Welcome back, Duelists. It's me, Casual Duelist. I've got another viewer-requested deck finally done. I said for better or worse we were going to do it. I did have to proxy some cards. But I'd have to say Mrs. Duelist handled the proxies fairly well. Because these sea koalas don't look that off the real one. The proxies. So she did pretty good. Today's deck is obviously going to be the Master of Oz, finally. We finally got the Master of Oz ready. A little bit for next week before we get into this. We are going to be doing the Slifer, both Master Game and Speed Duel. And I also plan on showing off Magistus, as well as, getting some new winners out there. I think this was the first week this year that both winners actually responded within the week in order to get their prizes. So congrats again to you guys, and congrats to whoever we're choosing tomorrow. Let's get you the deck that you came here for. Let's talk Master of Oz. So, normal thing, let's do the deck. We got two big koalas. You kind of got to get them. 2-day kangaroo. Yeah, I say day instead of deaths. Sorry. If that's wrong, it's wrong. But that's how I've always said it. So, 3-day koala. 1 elephant. 1 key mouse. Double rescue cat. Triple C koalas. We got the double tree otter. And the double vampiric koala. And of course, these are slated with the old wording vampire. And 2 X-Saber Airbellum. Yes, that's right. Off to the spells. We are going to utilize 3 copies of Ayers Rock Sunrise. We are going to use 2 copies of the Closed Forest field spell. We are going to use 1 copy of the Fusion Recycling Plant field spell. 1 Monster Reborn, double Obedience Schooled, double Polymerization, double Spiritual Forest. Thank goodness for Speed Duel, letting me cross-use my cards. Terraforming, a single. Berserking, double Fusion Reserve. And, of course, to round it out, my triple Solemn Strike. And now, here's where some of the deck really gets its hit from, is the extra deck. This is what's really going to let us do the Beastdown. Now, obviously, I should have called this thing something like the Down Under Punch, since everything here seems to be almost an Australian theme. So we had to play Koala. We got 2 koalas. We got double Master of Oz because he's our boss character for this deck. I chose Catastor. He's sort of my tech. I had 1 space left over when I was done, and I chose to give it to him. And you guys can play whatever you want here. Another synchro could be Frozen Fitzgerald or Armades, Keeper of the Boundaries, whatever you like. But Beast and Barkion have to be here. Woot Woot for the secret or the Ghost Rare Barkion. For the overlay play, we've got the single number 64 Ronin Raccoon Sundayu. Some good plays there. And then moving off onto the links, I'm going to be running my BLS Soldier of Chaos. We're going to be running the Boral Sword, the IP Masquerena, and of course the Nightmare package of Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn, and a single copy Mrs. Radiant. Because again, everything, for the most part, main deck-wise, is actually going to be holding the Earth attribute. So, that is the deck profile. If you guys were good with just having the list, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. You guys are free to obviously hit the subscribe button if this helped you. What's even more helpful is please tell your friends about the channel. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day, your night, whatever it happens to be when you watch this. Go enjoy some more videos here on YouTube, or I got a few myself. You can watch some of those. And for everybody else, let's get into the deck. So, class dismissed for everybody else. Let's talk over our choices. So, we went double big koala, and the big reasoning here is he's a big vanilla beat stick. And while we could bring him back from the discard pile, which is relatively easy because we're either going to fuse with him or we can drop him for the Fusion Recycling Plants effect. And that'll allow us to invoke Ayers Rock Sunrise or Monster Reborn and tutor him back to the field So that's cool, but like 3 was providing some dead draws. You don't want to get clustered with too many big vanilla cards. Again, he's like rank 7, and he's level 7, and had I had more level 7s to play, I might have considered, placing like Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon, or Big Eye, or maybe Draco Sack into the extra deck. But for right now, Double Big Koala is the best play. And to go and carry out that ratio, we've also got the Double Day Kangaroo. Now, the effect of this is pretty obsolete. We're just using him for his name. We just want to go ahead and get that. You're usually not going to want to set this guy. If you do, however, if the attack of the monster that attacks this monster is lower than this card's defense while it's in defense, destroy the attacking monster while still doing the damage calculation properly. So it's really just a good counterpunch effect, and was much better back in Invasion of Chaos. Because I believe that's where the guys actually came from. I think they were all IOCs. Day Koala, much better with his flip effect, and that is to inflict 400 points of direct damage to the opponent for every card in their hand. Again, in today's metagame, this doesn't really seem to happen too often, but he does have a nice, healthy 1800 defense, and more importantly, he's level 3, and we're going to need that for the Rescue Cat plays here. So we run him in triplicate because, again, this felt like a Koala-ish based deck. I wanted Elephant so that we had obedience schooled targets, so I played that in Key Mouse. Elephant and Key Mouse are also both available for the plays using our Rescue Cat because, well, you'll see here in a minute. So Elephant's effect, if we used it, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, we can select a level 3 or lower beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast that is removed from play and add that card back to our hand. I don't recall having any effects that are going to banish. I'm using him because he's a 2-star Earth tuner. And again, this is really going to allow us to get into the Beast Barkion plays and apply a control aspect to our Down Under Punch Beastdown. So Elephant, good card. We got the Key Mouse, again, a little 1-star Earth tuner this time. And again, we're not really going to use this effect. If it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, we can add a level 3 or lower beast, just beast, from the deck to the hand. Now, by itself, it actually isn't a terrible card, but Key Mouse we're just using him for tuner and star level, as well as that attribute. Move on to the Rescue Cat. While this is face up on your side of the field, you send it to the graveyard to special summon 2 level 3 or lower beast from the deck. And the monsters special summon this way are destroyed during the end phase, which is fantastic because we're going to link, we're going to sync, we can overlay with the Ronin Sundayo. There's so many good plays. And again, you could fuse with the Sea Koala and Tree Otter to go into Koala Koala if you already had polymerization. So, like, this is really a gateway card, and I really just couldn't find a way to add a third without totally declaring that this was going to be a casual deck. Right now, I feel like you could take this to... I think you could take this to most local events and actually do well. Maybe not well against, like, top meta, but, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But Rescue Cat is amazing, and Rescue Cat is going to do its job well in this deck. And, again, we can play it back with the Ayers Rock Sunrise. Another card I thought about maybe putting in was going to be Pot of Avarice, just because of this. But it's definitely a side option. But, again, this is more of a casual deck that you might take to a locals. So, 2. The Sea Koalas. We went 3 here because, again, this is very easy to pull out with Obedience Schooled and Rescue Cat. And the effect is kind of goofy. So once per turn, if you control another beast type, you can reduce the attack of a monster your opponent controls to 0 until the end phase. And Tree Otter is sort of the opposite. So once per turn, if you control a face-up beast type, you can target or have one of your monsters gain 1,000 attack until the end of the phase. Or sorry, the end phase. So these two in combination, like if you were to special summon them off the Rescue Cat, then you do their effects, then you fuse them into Koala Koala, and it's just fantastic. So they're all in here for their goodness reasons. Vampire Koala, I don't know, I just felt like koalas were a thing. So I brought this guy in, and his effect is, again, more vampiric, if you would. And this one is any battle damage that it inflicts to the opponent through battling monsters is life that we gain. So if it runs a monster over for 200, we get to gain 200 hit points. Very cool. And just kind of, you know, koala. Double X Saber Airbellum. Kind of reminded me of like a Wolverine or something. So again, that was there. I remember back in the day I used to use the Rescue Cat to play this. And Tree Otter, actually. And I would go ahead and sink into 5 stars after the battle phase. X-Saber Airbellum actually has a really cool effect, and that is when it inflicts battle damage to the opponent by a direct attack, they discard a random card out of their hand. And this will help further some control aspects. And he's also just really, really cool looking. And again, 1600 puts him on a more offensive path for you. We got the Ayers Rock Sunrise, target a beast monster in the graveyard, special summon it. If you do, all face-up monsters your opponent currently control lose 200 per beast, plant, and winged beast monster currently in your graveyard until the end of the turn. Look, I'm not looking for the power reduction. I'm looking for the special summoning. But by golly, I will use that power drain on my opponent anyway. And it makes our koalas, it makes our Master of Oz hit that much harder. Which is just awesome. Closed Forest, one of the cards that I couldn't get in time. Great field spell for this. All beast-type monsters you control gain 100 for every monster in your graveyard. Now remember, this is gonna stack after a minute. And then you've still got your Tree Otter increasing your side. You've got Sea Koala lowering their side. You have your Ayers Rock Sunrise lowering their side while special summoning back yours. You have Koala Koala targeting monsters and destroying them. And then you also have the Master of Oz at a godly 4,200? Yeah, 4,200 attack. And now you're going to play Closed Forest, which essentially we're going to play because it's going to shut off field spells. Once this is on the field, it says field spells cannot be activated, and field spells cannot be activated the turn this card is destroyed. So we are going to stall other players with their field spells. There are quite a few decks that use them. And it's just another way for us to gain another bonus. We also have the Fusion Recycling Plant. And this is pretty fun too. Once per turn, you may discard a card to add polymerization from the deck or discard to the hand, which is why we're only going to be running 2 copies. We wanted to go ahead and, like, I could run 3 or I could run 2 in this. And then I could fuse and actually generate all 4 of my fusion monsters out of my extra deck, possibly within 1 game. So this let us get that polymerization back to our hand or tutor it directly to our hand. And then once per turn during the end phase, target a monster in our graveyard that was used as fusion material and add that back to our hand. So what's amazing about that is if you have, you know, name 2. You got Big Koala, Day Kangaroo, and that in your hand with an Ayers Rock Sunrise. You can play your field spell, pitch your koala, whatever. Get your poly, play the Sunrise, fuse, go ahead, pull that back anytime you want. Or, again, let's say the next turn, you draw your Rescue Cat, so then you take the card that you did pick up, and you go, you know what, give me the polymerization back again. Let me get the one out of my discard pile. And then you play your Rescue Cat. And now you got Koala Koala standing right next to your Master of Oz. And you're still going to be able, during the end phase, to recoup the 1 card. So as long as you fuse, you keep recouping the card that gives you the polymerization. So again, tech choice, played 1, was good. Monster Reborn, good generic extender. We got the Obedience Schools. So if you control no monsters, you're going to start your cycle by special summoning 3 level 2 or lower beast effect monsters with different names from the deck, with their effects negated, destroyed during the end phase. The only kick here is, for the remainder of the turn after this resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except beast. So it's cool if you're going to fuse into like Koala real quick, because you can pop both of his characters and get one more. You could also do the Ronin Sundayu real quick there. You could link into the Mrs. Radiant, as it is a beast. You know, maybe I should have put Folgo for hire in here, except I think he needs to be different different types. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. And then when it comes to the Turia Beast, you need to be able to generate 5 stars to go to my boys. So you need a 5/2/2 all Earth, or sorry, like a 1/2/2. So that'd be the Key Mouse, the Sea Koala. Oh, maybe that doesn't work that way. Yeah. Yeah, just link or overlay. Play the Sundayu and go there. That's what I was doing anyway. I mean, it's fine. I just thought maybe I'd give him a little more play off of it. Polymerization, I think we all know that one. Spiritual Forest. First time each beast, warrior, or plant would be destroyed. It is not, which is kind of amazing. And it's destroyed by battle before you know, misread it because of me. We got the one terraforming. Go ahead, add that field spell. Tech traps. I got the single copy of Berserking. Once per turn during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, select 2 face-up beasts on your field until the end of the turn. One loses half of its attack while the other gains an equal amount to it. So again, this is one of those things like, if we're going to go for game, we could power up somebody even further. If you fell into any of the continuous effects, let's say something I haven't seen in a minute would be like Fiendish Chains. It would stop the monster from attacking, moving, and using its effects. This would allow us to transfer power from the monster to help another card become super powerhouse. It's just kind of a cool tech, so that's why I played it. Double Fusion Reserve. Reveal a fusion monster in the extra deck, then add 1 material listed from it. And then you can add polymerization from the discard from the discard to your hand. And again, this requires a little bit of setup, being that this one's like a regular trap, and it only really helps you later. But I do think that this deck has enough plays to get you where you want to go fast. And Fusion Reserve is just kind of fun. And again, like I said, this is a casual deck, casual duelist. And I wanted to make sure that this was going to be fun and consistent. And again, we are going to run the 3 strikes because we do want to stop special summons and we do want to stop monster effects. The extra deck is, again, pretty straightforward. You're going to run the 2 Koalas because it's Sea Koala and Tree Otter. You send 1 beast monster from your hand to the graveyard. Target a monster your opponent controls, pop it. Very good. Stat of 28, not bad. Going to Master of Oz. All stats, 42/37. Champion with the boxing gloves. Gotta love him. Allied Justice Catastrophe, for those of you who didn't know. 5-star non-generic synchro monster. If this card battles a non-dark, destroy that monster without applying damage calculation. So again, that's a lot of attributes out there where this could actually be useful. And it's battles, so if your opponent attacked it for some reason, that would still work. Barkion and Beast, again, you're going to play Beast way more than you're going to play Barkion. Barkion is the what-if type play. And he is, during either player's turn when a trap is activated, you can banish 2 cards from the graveyard, negate, and destroy. Must be face up to activate and resolve. So he's good. But right now, again, like most people are only running like Impermanence and Strike, and that's it. So enjoy him. He will do some things for you. Better up is Beast. And again, these guys are Earth tuners and Earth non-tuners, which is why they're so hard to play sometimes. During either player's turn, when a spell is activated, you can send the top 2 cards from deck to discard, negate, and destroy the card. Must be face up to activate and resolve. It does not say once per turn. If your opponent is like me, most of the time, they're going to play a chain of spells, and you're going to have a pretty sizable amount of deck. So you're going to be able to negate out all their spells. So, gotta have your Naturia Beast. Sundayo has a great token play. Now let's break this card down for people. This is 2 level 2 beast types. And this is one of my favorite Ojama attacks. Once per turn, detach an Xyz material from this. Special summon a Kagemusha Raccoon token. Beast, Earth, 1-star, $0. When summoned, attack becomes equal to current attack of monster on field with highest attack. Your choice if tied. And while you control another beast-type monster, this card may not be destroyed by battle or card effects. So it immediately becomes immune by special summoning some little dude that looks an awful lot like that little raccoon there. So that's fantastic. You got the BLS Soldier of Chaos. Again, Boral Sword, he's going to help you guys push in for those games. IP Masquerena lets us link during our opponent's turn. The Nightmares are going to help us break disruptions and break boards. Cerberus takes care of special summon monsters. Phoenix takes care of back row. Unicorn seals something to the deck. And Mrs. Radiant is just here for the double Earth and the fact that she can power up most of the deck by giving them 500 points of bonus power. And of course, if it is destroyed by battle or card effect, while it's on the field, we get to target an Earth monster in our graveyard, add that back to our hand, and only get that effect once per turn. Doesn't matter, we're only using 1 copy of her anyway. So, I do hope that this casual build here is not only fun, but enjoyable. I thank you guys, because I seem to have stuttered all over myself. A little bit tired today. So I apologize for that. And I hope that you guys are looking forward to Magistus and 2 versions of Slifer this next week. And I'm not sure what the 4th video is going to be. I'm going to try to give you guys 4 a week for a little while here and see if I can't find a good rhythm. Yes, I've been listening. So decks that have been requested other than this, it looks like we're going to be doing a Blue Eyes deck, a Blue Eyes Chaos Max, and I'm sure that it's actually going to be a whole nother strategy, because instead of playing Tech Blue Eyes, I'm going to want to focus in on the Ritual Monster. So I'm going to build both of those, and I'm going to try to do those in the same week for you. We've also got Black Wings, and I think Harpies were requested. And I think that's actually about it. Yeah, I think that was the 4th one. I think Harpies was the 4th one. I don't have my notes with me right now. I apologize for that. You guys have an excellent rest of your day or night or whatever it happens to be. Maybe it's morning. You guys have a great one. I'm going to get back to work. Me and the Mrs. Duelist are going to go over this week's comments. We're going to go ahead and pick a couple winners. We're going to see who makes her laugh at me, because that's usually going to get a win. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.